if you missed it last night, was the at 8 p.m. all teams had to tender contracts to eligible players, or they would become free agents. Now, if you're a Yankees fan, no Yankees got non-tendered. We have everyone back, but in this video, I'm gonna go over 5 players that I think got non-tendered and should get a shot with some teams. They've done well in the minors, maybe have had some major league experience. Just some players that I think teams should consider trying to pick up and can give some extra value. A little bit more slept on here. So, starting off the list is a pitcher named Taylor Clark. Now, I think he is the worst of the bunch here. But if you want a solid pitcher that just is not going to do too much for you, but will go out there and maybe eat some innings, or if you're a team that needs more of a sinker bowl type pitcher, like the Rockies, then I think he could be a very good player with you. He in 43 innings, he put up a 4.98 ERA, which is not appealing, but he also put up a 3.54 FIP, which is fielding independent pitching. So he got very lucky. And you can see this. He had 2.9 walks per 9, 8.1 strikeouts per 9, 0.8 home runs per 9. Part of the reason why I think he would do well at Coors is he likes to keep the ball on the ground. He just got hit around a little bit, but I could see him filling some roster spots. You're looking at a team that's maybe down a pitcher, gives him a minor league deal, maybe gives him a spring training invite. I could see that with him. I see that with a lot of the players that I have listed here. They're going to get spring training invites, minor league deals, maybe major league deals. That's the first one, Taylor Clark. Next, Jose Castillo. Now, you might have heard of him, because he was pretty good a little while ago. In 2018 and 38.1 innings pitched, he put up a 3.29 ERA and a 2.64 FIP. Now, he's a very, very solid pitcher. But then in 2019, he got hit with Tommy John surgery. So, he's recovering. I believe he is recovered fully. I could easily see someone taking a flyer on him for spring training, as if he's healthy, it's actually a very good relief pitcher. The issue is, will he be healthy in time? I don't expect him to get a major league contract. I do think he won't get a spring training invite with some team, and if he performs, he could be probably the most underrated or best pickup of these non-tendered players. Next, we got an outfielder / pinch hitter in Mark Payton. Peyton he's what you would call just a replacement outfielder. If you're riddled with injuries or something, he's the guy that's your 5th string outfielder. He mainly plays in the minors and maybe gets called up. And in the minors in AAA, he was actually all right. 75 games with the Mets and Cincinnati. He hit .293 with a .360 on base percentage, .462 slugging for an OPS of .822. Doesn't strike out too much, only 50 strikeouts in 75 games. Left-handed bat, not the best in the field, primarily a pinch hitter, but I think he won't be a player that's signing a minor league deal, kind of like what we saw Greg Allen get or Andrew Velasquez got last year. Next is Michael Hermosilla. Hermosolo. It's a little bit of a tough name to pronounce there, but he's another outfielder, right-handed this time. I think he could be one of the more sneaky guys here. See, he did pretty well in the minors. In AAA, he hit .306 with a .446 on base percentage, .529 slugging for an OPS of 138. Those are some good numbers there. And he only played 16 games in the majors, where he wasn't that good. He hit less than 200. I still think that he's someone who it could just be floating around there and might even get a shot to start with some clubs. So how well he did in the minors. So I would keep my eye out for him. I feel like he could be another player who could play a good bit. Next is my favorite player here, and that's Andrew Vasquez. Not Andrew Velasquez, but Andrew Vasquez. So Vasquez is a left-handed relief pitcher, and I like him a good bit. He played with the Minnesota Twins and Los Angeles Dodgers, and in AAA he put up a 3.54 ERA with 14.7 walks per nine and 4.5 walks per nine. That's appealing on its own. Then you get to some of the more advanced metrics on his season. Realize he was rock solid. In the with Minnesota Twins in the minors, he put up a 3.34 xFIP, which is another more advanced pitching stat, which is expected fielding independent pitching. He's primarily a sinker ball / slider pitcher. It's a sinker ball, slider, curveball. I think he can be one of the more underrated guys here. So he can have major league success. It's a great sinker, and if utilized properly, can be a little bit of a devastating pitcher. Someone who's bringing as a kind of a lefty specialist, but at the same time can pitch against righties. So those are 5 players that I've identified that were non-tendered. I think deserve another chance and probably get one. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you have any players that I missed. Let's hear it in the comments.